Today's deep dive, can the same social media secrets that made the president's billion-dollar micro-targeting machine so successful build a community of die-hard sports fans? Well, sports fans are more social than ever. 63% of fans went online for sports content this year. That's up from 56% 2 years ago. Mobile usage overall jumped from 21% to 35%. Now the digital geeks who made the Obama brand a success during the 2008 and 2012 campaigns are applying their knowledge of grassroots organizing, rapid response, data analytics, and online strategy to the sports world. Exhibit A, the Green Bay Packers, the NFL's only publicly held franchise. The president, Mike Murphy, wanted to expand the Cheesehead fan base, as if they needed expanding, right? Believing that the Packers' well-known history and aura could draw in even more fans. So to expand the team's reach, Blue State Digital designed Packers Everywhere, a program that connects fans from around the country via a website and mobile app. Helps fans find their local Packers bar, RSVP, where they're watching the game, and, of course, share their local Lambo with friends on Facebook. Packers fans are encouraged to submit photos. 50,000 fans have already sent in photos and stories, bar suggestions from around the world. Murphy himself hosted a teleforum where he answered questions from fans on the phone. The idea, like a presidential campaign, help fans feel like they're part of something bigger and build a social relationship with the team. The result, 195,000 fans have signed up. And guess what? I bet you all of them are going to buy something with the Packers logo on it. It's not the first time the sports world has tried to tap into campaign know-how. Back in 2010, the New Jersey Devils hired longtime Republican strategist Mike Duhame, who now advises Governor Chris Christie to engineer a new strategy for ticket sales. And he adapting a micro-targeting strategy, his team created 11 profiles of typical Devils fans, from active families to upper-income dads to young professionals. Then they mined a list of 2.8 million residents of central and northern Jersey for people who shared those characteristics to come up with a list of 500,000 potential new Devils fans. Well, political junkies love to talk about politics as a sport, but what lessons can sports learn from politics? Joining me now, co-founder and CEO of Blue State Digital, Joe Rosebars. He was Barack Obama's principal digital strategist for both the 2008 and 2012 presidential campaigns, and he's now a sports strategist. How about that?
It's pretty fun.
Just what you fun. And thanks for the Packer paraphernalia here. Describe the similarities, the passion that comes with politics and the passion with sports. I've always said I use the same part of my brain for both, and this is the obvious overlap, right?
Yeah, and I think the opportunity, as you're talking about with the statistics of people consuming sports content online and on mobile devices, offers the opportunity for teams and leagues to go deeper with the relationship side of it. So you see MLB and the NFL and the leagues producing a ton of content out there, but the next frontier is sort of how to take that digital relationship to a deeper level.
What's been interesting to me is you know, we heard about your relationship with the Packers. I know of other former colleagues of yours with other relationships with other sports teams that are doing this. The Devils experiment 2 years ago, I remember talking to Mike. He's not with them now. Devils have since changed hands, but it did increase single ticket. For some places they had a single game ticket issue, and they were trying to get that because hockey's so expensive. Well, the impact of this seems to be pretty fast because there's little know-how. Is that fair to say?
I think it's interesting that people who care so much about the number of people showing up for the game in aggregate, and they have a sense of all of those numbers of season ticket holders, don't have a great sense of the individual person that's making the decisions.
They don't know who these people are.
Right, and so having a much more finely segmented strategy, as the Devils seem to start to go down that road, and understanding that, Joe, at BlueStateDigital.com is a person who has bought this many tickets to this many games, usually on a Saturday, offers lots of opportunities to build that relationship with me in a different way.
So are you with the Packers fans, are you doing similar things that you did, finding out what else they like, what else they do in their free time, and trying to target them that way, in the same way that, the Obama campaign found out, folks that may not like Romney's China policy happen to watch Big Ten football on Saturday, so you advertise on the Big Ten network? Yeah,
it's interesting that the data is actually much more behavioral about what people are already doing. And so the Packers have an interesting challenge because they're sold out forever. They have 100%.
You can't offer tickets.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's 100% approval rating in Green Bay. And so the path to more relationships and deeper relationship is with folks like you who don't live in Green Bay. And so offering a chance for those people to connect with each other and then helping them feel something deeper and a better connection to the team as part of a community is the point.
And I take it 195,000 people. I mean, have they seen a return? Have they seen a return on investment yet? Or are these people, you know, I always wonder sometimes, it's easy to like something on Facebook, it's easy to join something, but is there actually return coming with this? Are they buying Packers paraphernalia?
Yeah, I mean, there are sponsorship opportunities when you build these kind of communities, but also those particular fans on an individual basis, more than half of them are new to the database. So, like, Packers didn't have a relationship with half of those people before.
They did something with the shareholding stuff, and I got into that because this was great. I'd love to actually buy a real share. I'm not buying a real share. Was that a success or not? Because in hindsight, I look at all the money I spent, got my kids, each of my kids have one share of stock. I have a couple of shares, and I'm wondering, but I realized, oh, it is kind of worthless.
I mean, it's
a cool picture frame.
It's a cool picture frame. There are unique attributes to the team because it is publicly held, but I think the absence of an oligarchical owner is actually part of the point of the team and part of that community. And so even if it is something that's just on the wall and there are restrictions around, you know, selling it, and it's not a real equity in that sense, it is something that makes you feel like you own it in a different way.
Here's all I want. I would just want one ticket every 5 years. That's all. Just one ticket every 5 years. That would be a pretty good dividend, right? With these shares.
If you send in your fan photo, you can win the fan photo contest.
Well, there it is. All right, Joe Rosepars. Very interesting. Politics meets sports. It's my dream. Up next.